Currently, the tariffs on Chinese imports are as high as 145%. And with the tariffs that high, it's no surprise that we're seeing Chinese imports just nosedive. So the Port of Los Angeles is the busiest port in the US by volume. And this week, compared to the same week last year, the port announced that cargo volume fell by 35%. So they're saying that the first to feel it will be the ports, followed by trucking, shipping, and then the distribution centers. And then the manufacturers and retailers, they're gonna feel it next, and then the consumers. Okay, so that's gonna be the order. Well, the expected order and how this is gonna impact. So I'm sure that many people have already seen it or felt it. However, they're talking about the full force of it. However, the way that I'm translating it is that importers, they're gonna have 5 to 7 weeks to secure new suppliers. But I just wanna point out that the new supplier that they're gonna find, it was not their first choice. It wasn't the most efficient, and it wasn't the cheapest to begin with. Therefore, it means higher prices for them, the importers, and it's just gonna be passed down to us, the consumers. But I just wanna say this, regarding this whole situation, please make no mistake that we will feel the consequences here in the US. However, this has also been damaging the Chinese economy as well. So it's gonna be damaging to both sides. So again, let's see how the discussions develop over the weekend. And another thing that you have to understand is that other countries have retaliated against US tariffs. And that means that it's harder for Americans to sell our goods to other countries. So we take less imports, but those other countries, they take less of our exports. So exports have been dropping at the majority of ports. So just look at the difference over the past 2 months.
That means we lose less money. You know, when I see that, that means we lose less money.
Anyways, that is the current situation. Let's see what happens over the weekend. I'll keep you updated.